Driving through this field, you can't see the wire, I guess. There's the wire. I'm trying to drag a tire here, dragging a weight to make a little path for this wire. It won't always be the place where the wire goes, but most of the time it will be. Making this corner now around these trees and the bend and all the way back to that corner. So putting in a post here, and there's some posts up at that corner, then it straightens out and then it's straight alongside the road up there. This will be a 70-acre field for the fall pears to go to of millet, dwarf sorghum sudan, a little bit of sunflower, radish, and turnip. This is a double crop after wheat. Pretty stunted by the drought, but it'll still make good feed. It's a lot cheaper to put in than double crop beans, which is one of the reasons we do it.
Meet the Peterson family. Our dad, the three Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video. What happened? Fancy.
Well, I tried to string out 2 spools at a time, and it was causing more problems than it was worth. So I just dropped this spool, and I strung out the single one all the way to the corner of the field. And then I just hooked on and made the bottom wire, and then brought it all the way back. So now I'm just connecting the spool to, I just cut this one off to connect the 2 spools. Gotta make another splice. That was always one of my ideas for a video we never followed through on. Okay, this twin, I'm still having to work with putting the twin on this cow. It nurses while the cow stands still, but the cow moves a lot of the time when it's trying to nurse. So I'm supplementing at a bottle per day. But we're kind of getting it going. I'm not sure how sustainable it is. I put these cows in this little patch of weeds. It's a bale storage area. And then we're watering them off of this same water tank we hauled water to in the pastures. Well, same trailer, different tank. We just have a couple pair in here that need messed with a little bit. And the group of over 20 is out on that sedan mix south the place. Pretty happy with the stuff in the bottom ground, even though the hills didn't produce a whole lot. There'll be a lot of eating here. Okay, so our fields don't have rocks. We don't have rock pickers here in central Kansas, but I did stumble across one here, big old rock. It's at the very edge of the field, so I mean, I'm not gonna mess with it. Parts of the field, did really good. The Dan and everything, it does really good when it's 90 degrees. So when it was 105, it really wasn't a huge difference from its primary. It could have definitely taken more rain. But I'm pretty excited to graze this. We're gonna graze it in maybe 3 paddocks. I still need to send in a couple stems and leaves to have them nitrate tested. So that's kind of the last thing I need to do before grazing it anyway. It is a beautiful day. I will say that is a really nice thing, especially in the shade. I've been in the shade for a lot of this stuff because it's been on the outside pass. Well, I ran out of posts, which is a good thing because I got to go to church tonight. It's a Wednesday night to help with youth group. And come on, Cross! And I still need to do chores, so I don't need to work to where I'd be late for that. Now I gotta wait for my dog to come. He was in the shade. Crosby! I almost left without him. Then he'd have to find his way. We're only like 2.5 miles from my house. Maybe 2 miles from my house. He probably would have found his way, but I think he'll be happier riding in the Sidekick. The Sidekick does a really good job with this this type of job. Super glad we don't have to do it in a pickup.
Are they talking to you? Meow. What does a kitten say?
Okay, the first of the 2023 corn is coming out of the Sioux Steel bin. So we're already starting to use it. My commodity shed where bay was getting kind of empty, so I'm rolling this morning.
So we're finishing up. I'm finishing up the last load of manure here. Dad was over here with the old Kelly Ryan, and we got a lot done on one day, and then we hauled a few more loads. Finally kind of finishing it up now. So this is kind of some thinner ground that hasn't been as productive in recent years, and so we're really hoping, we kind of had to haul a few miles to bring the manure here, but we're really hoping it really helps this field, kind of helps get the biology going. So we're going to drill wheat here in a month or so, well, less than a month hopefully, and hopefully we get a little help from Mother Nature, because obviously when you load manure with this thing, you compact the ground quite a bit. It's dry, but you know, there's still going to be a compaction, and where we load, it smooths everything off. We'll either make it over here and disc where we loaded, just to loosen up the ground a little bit, or we will go over it with the drill, with the coulters we have on our Great Plains drill. We'll loosen up the ground a little, and then we'll drill the wheat. But we'll definitely need some help from Mother Nature, some soft rains to help, you know, get the manure in the ground, also just to soften up. But usually with wheat, you get some cool weather, you get some cool rains, and get a stand, and then hopefully we'll get a strong wheat crop. It'll start raining, and we'll have really nice wheat stubble here next summer. And we got about, a little over half of the field done. Hopefully next summer we'll do the other half. It's also obviously good to get manure out of the cattle pen. Usually we do this in July, but we had millet growing here that we hayed off, and then we've been pretty busy, so here we are, you know, less than a month to wheat drilling, doing it, which isn't exactly ideal, but it's still pretty good conditions. And yeah, hopefully we get some fall rains. Obviously we still, you know, ready for rain.
Okay, brought one last load over here for Nathan's spread. I'm gonna take a look at this alfalfa. I don't really think there's anything to swath and bale, but I wanted to see it. Nathan says he can fill that spreader in three large scoops. We coated it pretty good, pretty thick on like 40 acres worth. And this will go to wheat this, I suppose it'll be October before we get it seeded. So hopefully it raises some good wheat.
Here's a little update on our Milo. You can see it's moving along really fast. This head's still completely green, but some of them are turning a little red. There's also quite a bit of feeding that could be headworms, but there's also still chinch bugs on every, now they're up in the head. They've been going after the roots all summer long. But I think that feeding is from headworms, and usually we would spray for those, but the economics of it come out that great this year. We're gonna have, you know, some to cut. I mean, we'll cut all of our Milo. It'll all make something, which is better than some people north of here had even less rain and basically have no Milo. I mean, it'll just be zeroed out and chopped or baled or just left. I'm glad we have we'll have a crop. But we've tried to stay upbeat through all this. It's definitely been the driest 2 years in our lifetime for around here. And I think the heat really set it apart. That being said, we had some timely rains and we raised some really high quality forage to feed the cattle. So we're happy about that. We're happy, you know, all the practices we use to save moisture. You know, we can see a difference. You know, this milo is gonna hold on and produce, and the corn produce. The soybeans, I have no idea what they'll produce. Some of them will, and some of them it's just hard to tell how much is out there. But I'm pretty sure we'll have to basically cut everything. So obviously it's a lot more fun to grow good crops, but we're trying to keep a positive attitude. But it has been kind of difficult, and it also has made the work just keep coming without much of a break, you know, because we've been putting up hay, trying to keep the irrigation going. Then the corn was ripe. Now pretty soon the milo and soybeans will be ripe. So it's been kind of wearing. I know a lot of farmers are going through it, and you know, there's challenges every year. And there will be better years too. So that's my spiel on that. We'll just keep trusting God and thank you for his blessings, getting to work in his creation, and he has provided. You know, we hope for wisdom, buying and selling and taking care of cattle. Trust that the rains will come back.
Well, we've got a rainy day today. Gonna pick up a load of bales. Something you can do in the rain. It's not muddy yet by any means. It's just kind of drizzling. So gonna go pick up some bales. That's what I'm doing this rainy morning.
Okay, working the first 30 head here. About 134 in the last 24 hours. So we're getting the first ones worked. It is misting a little bit.
All right, made it out here to the field of bales. Kobe's out here with me. He's gonna sniff all the bales. And we're gonna use the M7 to pick them all up. Got all this cleared off now. Still got about half of a trailer to load. Then we'll move over here. All right, I got the load back to the farm here. It's a lot muddier out here at the farm than where I was loading. I didn't realize how much it had rained here. Maybe wouldn't have gone and gotten the load, but I think I'm gonna quit for today because it's supposed to rain some more this afternoon, which is good. Might be a little late for most of our crops, but we'll take rain whenever we can get it. And then I've got 2 more semi-loads of bales to go get at that field once it dries out, maybe tomorrow.
I mean, I haven't had any way that.
Ooh, you're milking the cow. Brighton, is that cotton? Hey, where's the Milo? Oh. What is that? Brighton, what is that? What's that called? Combine. Can you say tractor? Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.